Abortion is not murder. Stop letting that whole guilt feeling of, oh, I'm going to kill someone, hold you down, or lead you into bringing a child that you cannot even take care of. You cannot kill someone that doesn't even have life in the first place, because there's a big difference between ending pregnancy and ending a life that can exist on its own. Fetus don't start functioning as a separate human being until much later in pregnancy. In early pregnancy, week 1 to 4, after fertilization, it is just cluster of cells called zygote, then blastocyst, that attaches to the womb with no sense of awareness, no brain, and no heart. It is not an independent human being yet. Then in early embryo, that is week 5 to 8, something called cardiac activity begins, so referred to as heartbeat, but it is not even a true heartbeat. At this stage, the embryo is smaller than a bean, and the brain haven't even developed to feel any consciousness or pain. Then we have the fetal stage, which is week 9 to 20. Here, the baby-like forms begins to come together, but it is still fully dependent on the mother's body to survive. And we have the viable stage, which is from week 22 and beyond. At this stage, the fetus can actually survive outside the mother's body, but under intensive medical care. If at all abortion is to be considered murder at any stage, it is at this viable stage that you can start talking about it, from week 22 and beyond. So you have a whooping gap of week 1 to week 14, 15.
First of all, if you are someone that is in such situation or condition, you might think she's saying the truth. And so because you want it to please you, you might end up saying, just because I saw a lot of people on her comment section saying, this is the truth that nobody is talking about. Do you get the point now? So if it suits your problem, you might acknowledge it and say, that's it. Here's my Bible. In the book of Jeremiah chapter 1 from verse 5, the Bible says, before I formed you in the womb, I knew you, and before you were born, I consecrated you. I appointed you a prophet to nations. So here is God speaking. He says, before I formed you in your mother's womb, I have known you. All right. And before you come out of that womb, before you come out, I have ordained you as a prophet. Concerning Jeremiah, a prophet. Concerning you, I don't know. But you have been ordained right before you came into your mother's womb. And he has consecrated you. All right. I don't think I should go further to explain this whole thing. I was supposed to just read the scripture and you will understand what you are doing anytime you commit an abortion. So where this whole thing is also getting mixed up is this. Scientifically speaking, fetus is not considered as a baby. However, in the Bible where we read in the book of Jeremiah chapter 1 from verse 5, God himself said that before you were formed, there was a you, even as a cell in your father's loins. Secondly, it says before you came into your mother's womb. Do you understand? And even before you come out. So God considered you that was in your mother's womb as you. You see, in English, you don't consider a non-living thing as a you. All right? No, you can't say, oh, you, this car. It has to be alive for you to say you. You don't give identity to something that is not alive. All right? So God was speaking concerning something that was inside the womb as something that was alive. So, but I'd like you to understand that there are 3 stages in fetus. 3 stages. The first one is the germinal stage, that is 2 weeks, around 2 weeks. The second one is the embryonic stage, that takes around 8 weeks. And after embryonic stage, it goes to fetal stage. And in fetal stage, that fetal stage leads to the process of birth. Now, before we dive into that, she mentioned something. She said that a fetus is not independent. All right, do you realize that a baby itself is not independent? In fact, a child is not independent. A child is independent the moment he or she gets to age 18. Question here is that, does that mean that we can kill someone below 17 and it's legal? Does that mean we can go ahead and do that? So can you now see that independency cannot really justify this whole thing? Now, coming to the scientific part of this whole thing, let's narrow it down to microscopic part of it. All right. First of all, I'd like for you to understand that even from the spermatozoa level, all right, there is a life that you contain. Now, spermatozoa is a living cell that can't sustain itself longer. However, the moment it gets to the egg, it now has a backup. The egg will back it up until it begins with the first stage now, the germinal stage. Okay, that's where we'll be having things like cell multiplicity. Is it from 1 to 2, from 2 to 4, from 4 to 8? And over time, this whole thing will now be built up. And that's why the baby can look like his father. All right, from the cell level, scientifically speaking, if you're going to judge this thing scientifically speaking, like I've said, you will end up missing it, because it is the scientific part that will even make you to know that the fornication that you've been committing is even worse, because billions of sperms, all right, or is it millions now, all of them will be considered as aborted babies. Do you get? But then there's a way God made it. Amongst these billions, it's only one that is supposed to carry life at the end of the whole process. So naturally speaking, now you realize that all these other ones will be wasted, and so God knows that one, so you are delivered from there. Do you get? So lastly, we love science. Science is good, but the Bible is the best. All right, if not, science will confuse you. They will teach you into knowing things that are not biblical, and doing that can lead to death. If you are someone that is about to commit an abortion just because you have watched this video, because I saw a lot of comments on the comment section about this video that, oh, come on, this is now a light. Do you get? So it's as if we are now at liberty to commit these things. No, don't do that. It's a sin. You are ending someone's life. Before I formed you in your mother's womb, I knew you. You're right. I have ordained you as a prophet, as an apostle, as a teacher, as a pastor. That's God speaking. All right. That's wrong. That's just in case if you are willing to do that. Wrap it up. For those of you that have committed such things before and your conscience has been judging you, the best thing to do is to meet your pastor. See, why I'm saying you should be careful with science is this. The first scientific error that we have in the Bible was in the Garden of Eden. The devil came and said, if you eat this tree that God said you shouldn't eat, it's gonna help you gain some things, physically speaking. What trees or fruits does to a human's body, scientifically speaking, is that it helps you to improve, to sustain your life and all of that. That's science, all right? But then, scientifically speaking, the devil deceived Eve, and from there, we saw everything that happened. So he lured her into eating the tree that it will give her certain abilities. Just like if you're gonna, scientifically speaking, if you're gonna need food that will help you burn fat, they will ask you to eat some fruits and some leaves like that. All right. So the devil now says, I know apple helps you with this, maybe something like that. This fruit helps you with this, but you know what? This very fruit that is in the middle of the garden helps you to see what God is seeing and begin to do what God is doing. So go ahead and eat it. Trust me, you're gonna enjoy the tree. So that's what happened, scientifically speaking. All right, don't be deceived. Don't be deceived. Walk with God.